Hello, I'm Green.
And I'm purple.
Welcome back to Green and Purple, and we're in the Demon Shaft today.
What?
Are we not?
No.
That's a different thing.
Yeah, that's
Whatever.
I was gonna mention that though.
Okay.
So if you go to once you unlock this area, the demon shaft, the demon shaft will be unlocked depending on if you've beaten the game before. I have a beaten game save data on this memory card, so it shows up here. But if it's your first time playing it, it won't pop up until after you beat this dungeon.
That's weird. I mean, I guess it makes sense though.
But yeah, it's there.
So we're gonna go there and check that out later, or are we going there today?
Let's see.
Let's just check out the castle this time a little bit.
Okay.
I want to see the castle.
We actually don't explore the castle.
Oh no?
Yeah, no, the dungeon isn't the castle.
Is the castle the Atlamilia area, kind of?
Nope.
But what about the castle?
Oh no, it's King's Curse again. He's come back. For one more bad pun. I hate to break it to you, but I'm the final boss! He blows up. And then you beat the game with Current Sterling.
Well, I guess that was easy enough. I knew you'd come. I knew you could make it. He was born here in the castle. No, in this castle long ago. This is where the 400-year nightmare began. And the monster was created by me. Oh. It was 400 years ago. The Terra of the East and the West were still at war. This looks a lot like Zelda. I was the king of the East. I fought the West to defend the people. The scope of the war grew, and at last the pivotal battle to decide the destiny of the kingdom began. Pressed by the wizard's army of the West, I had to make a decision. I could see our defeat on the horizon. Then a dark lord came to me with a deal. If the blood of a witch is mixed into a human body, a terrible power is born. If you use this power, your victory is assured, she said. He said, whatever. It was a long time ago.
I don't remember.
It was either a very manly woman or a very womanly man. He probably used me as an experiment to see the effect of the mixing of blood, to see what terrible power it would create. I had to make a decision to protect the people of my kingdom. My magic power grew 100 times over. It was a terrifying force.
Yeah, you just blew up that area right there.
That was Hiroshima. This game actually takes place far in the future. I used that force and destroyed the army of the West. The West. But I had a price to pay in the dark. Blood that ran through my veins. And not long after that, there was an incident, a tragic one. My heart filled with grief. That is not how you spell grief. Began to change. I before E except after C. Something was born inside me. It grew great and frightening, then finally emerged. I made a noise kind of like, ah, oh God, my chest. Its power was absolute. No one could stop it. Its blind fury burnt even the countries of the East. This how Genie was born. This how Genie was born. Good. Bad. I searched feverishly for ways to erase my error. The Dark Genie. It was then that I discovered I could not read. It was a precious gem created by the Earth only once in an eon. I learned through a premonition that Atlamilia would appear in 400 years, this era. I used a forbidden spell to travel 400 years to this time. To obtain Atlamilia, that legendary gem. Believing that Atlamilia could seal off the power of the Dark Genie. Adlamelia is a link to a different dimension. And it's the shining stone on your arm, Wobnub.
This?
The moon people were able to seal the young genie. In the urn, Genie gained power and was able to influence the world. You know very well what happened. However now, even with the power of Atlamelia, we may not be able to stop him. He's a force of pure evil, but his aim is not to destroy the world. His intent is to send his wheel through time to every age, to take over history by sending parts of his essence to each age. He is a terrifying being. I created a true monster. Wobnub, Dark Genie is the embodiment of pure negative energy. He doesn't leave, so you can't kill him, but you can change the history of his birth and erase his being. Oh, for that.
We have to go 400 years into the past.
Diablo! I have no time. The dark blood running through me is taking over. If he controls my mind, I'll no longer be me. Panting. Sita, it's too late. It's no use. Stop resisting. Give yourself to me. I don't know what this is.
That's the Dark
genie.
Genie. Yeah, it's the Dark Genie.
Give yourself to me, fuel. I don't remember his voice even already. Your body, mind, and power. They're very similar voices.
Yeah.
What the hell? Grab the gallery.
Wobnub doesn't know what to say.
Someone should kill me! I was like, what the hell is happening?
What are you doing?
Is that like hurt? Do you need some help? Gallery of Time. Now I take the steps of my long journey. Open the door and guide my spirit. The forbidden spell! The kid won't be able to cross the galleries in time. Pity he has to die in vain. Walk Wobnub into the cursed past, erase his existence. I trust you will know what to do there. That's kind of a big jump, man. I don't even know, like, what's happening now. Follow the fragments of memory I left in the Gallery of Time. They will show you what you need to do. Now go! Andale, arriba!
Hey, before I die of blood loss.
Seriously, you can pick it up a little bit. Maybe more than a light jog. Just run. Get in. Thank you, God. Panting.
And this is it. Gallery of Time. Final dungeon. Woo boy.
Oh, so it's like going back 5 years ago, and then is the next one like 10 years ago, or
It jumps over the place.
5 years ago?
So, yeah.
10 years ago.
You'll
15
see.
years ago, 85 years ago.
And to be honest, if I'm remembering correctly, because I said this dungeon's long, I think this dungeon's like 28, 30 floors.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So we'll show off the first floor. Evil bat.
Well, I guess it's pretty self-explanatory. What is it?
It's an evil bat.
Oh.
No, it's a red bat!
Well then, which is it? It can't be evil and red.
The evil bat's obviously the advanced version of the regular bat we met in the first dungeon, so there's nothing really unique about it.
I was about to say he still didn't seem all that imposing.
Oh, okay, Dark Flower. This is the elite version of the Cursed Rose, which is an elite version of the, man-eating plant.
So it's a third evolution of this
Yeah.
of the plant enemy.
They're not that much more difficult. Just stay away from them.
Plants are easy to burn. Thank you. Thank you, Steve.
So, like you said, the the Atla that we're collecting in this one, they're fragments of Sada's past. So, like, when we go to Giorama parts, we're going to be learning about his past. We're putting together the pieces of his memory.
So is there a place to, like, put all this stuff? Or
We just put it in here.
I see.
We won't be like we won't be putting down anything. Once you complete it, then you'll get a little cutscene, and you get to learn more about what happened.
So they kind of go in order, or are they still kind of just, like, all over the place?
They're in order.
We just find a flopping fish. Why is this here?
Why? The enemies, like, at first the enemies aren't too bad, but it won't be long before... They said it was pink, right? It won't be long before the enemies, they really start ranking up in difficulty.
It's like, screw you, this is the final area.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna kill you.
that pretty much is how it gets. And one thing that is really dangerous about this area is that when you get close to enemies, you notice the music doesn't change.
Oh, so you don't have any indication
Yeah.
of, like, whenever they're nearby.
So it's super easy for an enemy to get the jump on you.
Is there a version of Arthur in this area?
No.
That'd be funny. Just kinda...
You would probably still hear him. Because he makes that loud...
Right.
Yeah. Oh, Cursed Dancer. This is, like the Corsairs and stuff like that. So he's technically of that group. But we met these guys at the beginning. When they were doing the dance.
Oh,
To some-
yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot those guys.
Oh, no.
Oh, crap, man.
Yeah, but as of right now, the enemies here aren't terrible.
Oh, but I mean, if you got 30 floors to go, there's still plenty of time for them
Oh,
to
yeah.
get bad.
Oh, yeah. And they do. They get very bad. It gets to the point to where, like, even I just don't want to deal with all of them. It's too much. It's like, find the key and get out.
Right.
What also sucks is that the last 5, like, when you get towards the end, the last 5 floors are all, like, limited zones that are, like, only
For each of the characters.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's at the end of the dungeon, which means that you'll be dealing with the strongest monsters in the dungeon.
And you're having to use all the characters, even the ones that you don't use
Right.
that often. It's a King Melon.
It can be. They don't. They never show up on the first floor.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
goodness.
Is everybody happy? Brendan from the Happy Clown, is that what you like? Whatever one you want, Q.
Okay, I'll go small.
It's a piece of shit! Basically.
I told you.
He just goes floating.
Yeah, but we got a long way to go.
Found Sada's father, that's cool. Now. Ow! I hate you.
Ow!
Ow.
All right, this is the key. Clock hands.
Oh yeah, and you said the back rooms don't work in this area.
Yeah,
So we're gonna get up to there, and there's no way to actually get into it.
correct.
That's funny.
Unless we were playing the Japanese version of this game or the European version.
But then the demon shaft isn't in that one, right?
Correct. Yeah, these guys actually move pretty sporadically.
I mean, he just kind of floats around on the floor.
The Dark Flowers show up again in the second Dark Cloud, but their design's a tad bit different. That pot right there isn't there. Like, they're just connected to the ground.
I guess they kind of had to do the pod, though, at this area, since
Yeah.
it's just stone. The bats are very menacing.
I like how they're the ones that show up in the final dungeon. One of the easiest enemies in the game. Even in its elite version.
There's a boss in Dark Souls 2 that's so easy to, like, he's super slow, so he can't really turn fast enough to, like, hit you.
Yeah.
So most people haven't even seen, like, any of his attacks because you usually kill him before he even gets a chance to attack you.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
So it even tells you, like, no, just find the item.
Right, and you can't. It doesn't show up.
That's just so weird that they're like, no, this doesn't work. Just leave it in. We'll put in something else. Like, at the very least, if it didn't work, you'd think they could just, like, take out those parts from the dungeon and just, like, have nothing there. As a kid, were you, like, trying to look around and find the items?
Oh, yeah.
When did you find out that it just, like, was a glitch or whatever?
Not until I was a little bit older, and I looked it up online. It's when I got more accustomed, like, the internet.
Were you, like, going back to play the game again? You were like, how do you get into these parts?
Yeah. Oh, sure. Okay, so what you do, Giron parts, see, like, bed,
so
put that there. His father's...
He's kind of a strange-looking man.
Yeah!
I don't know about
put the
that.
crown, and we complete it, you unlock a memory, and we can watch this.
Are they all just, like, cutscenes and never... No. Oh, okay. My lord, my will, the crown is yours. It's very strange. I don't have some sort of Hispanic accent, but you will eventually. He proclaims with his last breath. Then I begged his lifeless form. Tell me, father, what should I do as king?
He gets it from his mother.
He just grew up in, like, Spain or something, so...
Yeah, so that's it, and we have all this left to go through.
Do we finish one each floor, or...?
It depends, yeah.
Well, and also the limited floors don't usually have them. So.
Right.
Touch it. Touch the clock face.
Yep, so that's the Gallery of Time. Okay, so, there are two things I could do here. I can either call it, like... I can get halfway through this dungeon and then go to the demon shaft and show that off, and then come back and finish it up. Or I could just get to the end of this dungeon, go to the demon shaft, and then fight the final boss.
The final boss is here, right? Not the demon shaft?
Right, the demon shaft just has an extra boss.
So we gotta figure out what we want to do.
Well, I was asking that's for the viewers.
Oh, it's an open question for the audience.
Whichever. I mean, I don't really care. I can do whatever, but
So the demon shaft, you said you're just gonna like show off like
a couple, because I'm not showing off all 100 floors.
Are we gonna? Are we? We are doing all the floors on this dungeon, aren't we?
Well, yeah.
Or are we? Yeah.
We have to.
Right. Okie doke. Whenever we come back, well, first of all, let us know what you want us to do for these last couple dungeons, whether you want us, how you want us to break it down. And we'll be back on Monday.
Yep.
Yeah. Okie doke. Bye, everybody.
See ya.